Hello everyone, my name is Miss A and for today's video, pag-uusapan natin ang electricity. Specifically, kung paano nga ba generate ang electricity na later on pinapakinabangan natin in both businesses and sa ating mga kabahayan. Now, to start with this discussion, let's ask first, saan nga ba generate ang electricity na ito? So it started from the facilities known as power plants. So when we say power plants, they are also known as power station or generating station, and it is a facility designed to generate electricity in a large scale. So kumbaga, ito ay isang komplikadong pasilidad na pang-industriya where various energy sources are converted into electrical energy. At tandaan class na ang power plant ay mahalaga para matugunan yung mga pangangailangang pangkuryente natin, especially in residential, commercial, and industrial natin ng mga consumers. Now, there are some types of power plant that is present in the Philippines. So habang dinidiscuss ko to, gusto ko isulat mo yung mga common parts na present sa bawat power plants na babanggitin ko sa iyong notebook. Alright? So let's start with coal power plant. So ano nga ba ang coal power plant? From the words of coal, so ibig sabihin gumagamit ito ng uling. Pero yung uling na ginagamit dito ay hindi basta-basta uling lang. So ito yung mga uling na kung saan na-form as ito ay galing sa mga dead plants and dinosaurs or other living things before na namatay and buried na ilibing sa water and dirt over a million of years. And because of heat and pressure, dahil nga nakalabog ito sa lupa in over a million of years, kaya later on, naging uling ito. Now, using that coal, no, nakapulverize yan kapag pinasok mismo sa ating power plant um, system. So, nakapulverize and then later on, ipapasok natin sa boiler. So, sa boiler naman, papainitin lang yung coal. And then, yung coal na yon na napainitan, magpo-produce ng steam. Now, yung steam na yon will going to make the turbine na mapaikot. And then, since yung turbine natin ay nakakonekta sa generator, that makes it na pagka umikot na yung turbine, si generator, magge-generate na rin ng electricity, which is later on, be transmitted to the transmission lines. Alright? And that is coal power plant. Now, hindi tayo familiar sa coal power plant, pero coal class remains a significant source of electricity generation in the Philippines. Now, how about hydroelectric power plants? From the word itself, hydro means water. So, what specifically we use in water? Its flow or its current. Kasi itong mga water na to that is used in hydroelectric power plants, nag-i-start sila sa matataas na lugar. Now, when this water is being released from mataas sa lugar, no, katulad na nakikita nyo dyan sa head pond, okay? So, the water will flow and will hit the turbine. Now, ano ang magiging resulta nito sa turbine? Iikot yung turbine natin itself. And this turbine again is connected in the generator, which means na kapag umikot yung turbine natin dito, yung generator natin will generate electricity later on. And this electricity will go flow into the transmission lines. Kaya nakakarating sa atin. Okay? And the Philippines has several hydroelectric power plants that utilize the potential energy of water stored in dams. Kaya marami tayong dams within the Philippines. Hydroelectric power is considered renewable and environmentally friendly since what we use within the water is just its flow, no? Or the current of water itself. Now, how about geothermal power plant? So, nabanggit na natin to sa earth science. So, paano nga ba nangyari to? So, unang-una, no, we need to locate a location na kung saan medyo malapit sa mga bulkan or medyo manipis, no, kumbaga, na malapit sa mga magma areas. Okay? So, now, kapag na-locate yon and then, naghukay, no, later on, we can extract the steam or hot water from it. Okay? So, depende kasi sa klase ng geothermal power plant kasi minsan puwedeng gamitan ng water or may presence ng water do'n ta's yung water, nagpo-produce ng steam. So, we get the steam or kaya puwede rin naman na sa paghuhukay nun, so steam kaagad yung makukuha. So, puwede rin naman yon 'no. Basta ang mahalaga we get the steam right there and that steam will make the turbine na umikot. And since na yung turbine ay umikot 'no, gano'n na rin dahil connected na kaagad dito sa generator, it will generate electricity, okay. Na kung saan later on ay pinapadala sa mga transmission lines natin, okay. So, the Philippines is one of the world's top producers, tandaan 'yan, of geothermal energy. That is due to its location in a Pacific Ring of Fire. Now, we also have wind power plants, no? So, gumagamit tayo ng mga wind turbines. Now, yung wind turbines, or dun sa wind turbine, so may turbine na yan, connected sa mga malalaking hélice niya. Now, yung turbine, connected na rin directly to the generator. So, kapag umikot yan by the current of the wind, iikot yung hélice, iikot na rin yung turbine, then si generator rin, makakapag-generate na rin ng electricity. Alright? So that is our power plants right here in the Philippines. Some of the power plants in the Philippines. Now, what are the common parts of those power plants na nabanggit ko? May naisulat ba kayo? Kaya ano-ano yung mga common parts na na-recall nyo? Na paulit-ulit kong nababanggit. Alright, so kung nabanggit nyo ay turbine and generator, that is correct. So tandaan nyo, ang generator, no, it's a device na ginagamit natin sa mga power plants to transforms yung mechanical energy. So saan galing yung mechanical energy na yun? So turbine itself, no, into a electrical energy in a power plant. Okay, now, hindi lang nagtatapos doon mismo sa generator yung electricity. Now, it needs to flow, no, or makarating sa mga kabahayan. Alright? So, we have here what we call electricity generation, transmission, and distribution. Ano nga bang pagkakaiba ng tatlong yan? And what makes it na nakatulong ito para makarating sa atin yung electricity? Now, let's define first what is electricity generation. So, when we say electricity generation, sabi nga natin, no, it is referring to the power plants. Nakikita nyo dyan na nakabilog. Alright? So, electricity generation is a process of converting various energy sources such as fossil fuels, energy or nuclear energy, yung water, yung mga nabanggit ko sa inyo, no, like solar or wind, no, into a electricity. So, ito yung pangunahing proseso na nangyayari sa power plants kung saan yung mga turbine ay pinapaikot katulad nga na nabanggit ko kanina, no? Through mechanical energy and is then converted into electrical energy by generators. Pero tandaan natin, yung mga nabuong kuryente dito ay karaniwang nasa anyo ng alternating current or AC sa medyo mababang voltahe or voltage. Now, why AC instead of DC? So, sa TLE ninyo nung grade 7, panigurado nabanggit na sa inyo ito. So, bakit nga ba AC yung ginagamit natin sa power plants instead of DC? So, AC is used instead of DC in transmission lines because it's easier to change the voltage, okay, with AC using transformers. So, may mga transformers tayong gagamitin dito. Actually, dalawa sila. Depende kung saan papunta yung kuryente. Now, yung AC also lowers the energy loss, no? As it travels kasi yung electrical energy class, there will be some losses. Now, if we use AC, there will be lower chance na magkaroon tayo ng energy loss or malalaking energy loss. And it works better with interconnected power system and matches the way electricity is generated. While DC naman class has some advantages like lower losses over long distances or lower losses of electrical energy over long distances, overall pa rin, si AC is simpler and more practical for most of this um, transmission of electricity. Okay? Kaya gumagamit tayo ng AC. Now, Ano naman yung role ng transformers? So, may dalawa tayong klase ng transformer right there. We have step up, no, and step down. So, bakit step up? Yung isa step up. So, ano muna yung role ng transformer? So, yung transformer class, it plays a crucial role in transmission of electricity by facilitating efficient and safe transfer ng electrical energy natin between different voltage levels. So, in short, no, it is responsible for changing the voltages para mas safe yung pag-transfer ng electrical energy natin mula sa transmission lines going to our homes. Now, what is a step-up transformer? Since nabanggit na niya na natin at ito yung pangalawang step after the electricity generation. Okay? So, when we say step-up or transformers, so pinapataas nito, from the word that says step up, pinapataas nito yung voltahe ng kuryente na nabuo sa power plants na karaniwan mula sa tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of volts. So, bakit ganun kataas, no? Or bakit kailangan taasan yung voltage, no? That is because ito yung mas angkop para yung transmission lines natin, no, ay makapag-carry ng electricity in long distances. So, para lang yung ano kunyari, merong car, no? So, palayuan kayo. So, para mas malayo ka, kailangan mas lakasan mo yung force mo, no? So, ganun din naman sa mga um, transmission lines natin. So, kailangan mas mataas yung voltahe para mas ma-carry yung electricity in long distances ng ating transmission lines. Since pagkatapos ng step-up transformer natin, next nito ay transmission lines. Yun ang trabaho ng transmission lines natin. Ma-deliver yung electricity in long distances, pero para mangyari yon, kailangan taasan mo na yung voltahe. And that would happen to step up or through step up transformers. Now, kapag nangyari yon, pag tinasan natin yung voltahe, no, it will reduce the energy losses due to the resistance in a transmission lines dahil nga mataas yung voltahe na ginawa natin through step-up transformers. Okay, now, ano naman yung step-down transformer? So, ito yung nangyayari or ito yung transformer na nilalagay natin kapag gusto na natin na i-deliver yung electricity going to our homes. Now, anong ginagawa ng step-down transformer? Pinapababa naman niya yung voltahe. Okay, sa antas or level, that is angkop para ma-distribute or angkop na i-distribute para sa mga consumers or yung mga um, nasa kabahayanan. Okay, so tinitiyak nito na yung kuryenteng nakakarating sa mga tahanan, mga businesses at industriya ay nasa ligtas na voltahe para magamit sa iba't ibang appliances and equipment. So that is the use of step-down transformer. Okay, now, how about transmission lines or transmission? Pag sinabi nating transmission lines or transmission, it's a movement of electricity at high voltage over a long distances from power plants to substation or distribution centers near the populated areas. Minsan tinatawag natin yung mga transmission line as grid or power lines na kung saan sinasabi nga natin nagdadala sila ng kuryente sa mga malalayong distansya with minimal loss. Bakit minimal loss lang? Kasi mataas na yung voltahe na nilagay doon, no? Or yung dumadaloy ng electricity doon. That's because of the step-up transformer. So again, bakit natin tinataasan yung voltage? Um, sa pamamagitan ng step-up transformer. That's because para mahusay natin maipahatid no, yung electricity and also to reduce yung loss at the receiving end. And remember class na thick or makapal na cable ang ginagamit dito since na mataas ang voltahe na ginagamit dito no para maayos na mai-transmit yung electricity in long distances. Kaya makikita niyo diyan sa mga kable-kable 'no, malalaki yung kanilang malalaki yung mga cable, so malalaki yung mga wires na ginagamit. And that is transmission lines or transmission. Okay, how about distribution or distribution substation or lines, the distribution lines? So it involves the delivery ng electricity from substation or distribution centers at home, businesses, and industries through a network of lower voltage power lines. So sabi nga natin sa mga distribution substation, bago yung distribution substation na yan or distribution lines, yung voltage ay binabaan na o through transformer or step down transformer para ma-level no or maiangkop ito sa mga gagamit na consumer. Pagkatapos, yung kuryente naman ay maglalakbay na sa mga lokal na linya ng kuryente or local power lines na kadalasan nakakabit sa mga poste or nakabaon sa ilalim ng lupa to reach the consumer. So, since maliit na yung voltage dito class, medyo manipis na or pwede na manipis na or thin na cable na ang ginagamit dito. Alright? So, that is the distribution lines. So, if you're going to summarize yung path of electrical power natin right here, so that will be coming from power plant, then later on, transmission substations, then yung distribution substation or distribution lines, and later on within the residences. Okay, now, kapag nakarating na to sa kabahayanan natin, how do we know our electricity consumption? So, ano bang ginagamit natin or ano ba yung chine-check ng Meralco? Okay? Para malaman kung ano na yung mga, kung gaano kalaki na yung electricity consumption na ginagamit natin. So, if your answer is electric meter, so that is correct. No, it is also known as electricity meter or watt-hour meter, and it is a device used to measure the amount of electrical energy consumed by residential, commercial, or even industrial property. Ang primary function nito, no, is to accurately record the amount of electricity over a specific period of time, specifically in kilowatt hours. No? So, yung electrical meter also serves as a critical tool for measuring, recording, and even billing the electricity usage accurately and supporting efficient energy management and fair billing practices for both consumers and utility providers. Kaya wala tayong kaso niyan, no? Pagdating sa kung mali ba or tama because it's always been recorded at yun yung basihan for billing to us of the Meralco. Now we got to know, no, kung paano tayo or paano natin malalaman yung electricity consumption natin. So, since na medyo mainit rin, no, what are the ways, no, to reduce your electricity use at home? Siyempre, gusto rin naman natin na makatipid. So, based on dipstash.com/idea /113846 lower your energy cost. So sabi dito, the first thing that you need to do is to replace your incandescent bulbs with energy-saving LEDs. That's because mas makakatipid ka pag yun yung mga ginagamit mo. And number two, you turn off the lights whenever you leave a room. Lalo-lalo na kung meron namang bintana, etc. Let us use the light coming from the sun. Okay? And just turn off the lights if we don't use it or medyo hindi naman natin kailangan, hindi naman tayo nagbabasa. Okay? And number three, we unplug or turn off the appliances you don't use often, no? Kapag medyo hindi na ginagamit or kailangan pagpahingayin rin natin yung mga appliances natin at baka sila rin ay mag-overheat, no? At baka mas mahal pa yung ating magagastos. So, kailangan unplug rin pag may time kahit na medyo mainit yung panahon ngayon. Okay? And don't leave devices on standby mode. So, since it still consume electricity kahit hindi mo ginagamit, and buy smart power bars with power usage timers. Para at least, no, hindi, pag nakakalimutan mo, at least automatic, nakapatay na siya. Okay, based on the hours or time you can only use or you wanted to use that device. Alright, so this is my discussion about electricity, specifically the generation and the usage of this. So hopefully you learn and goodbye everybody.